Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Marvel Monday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today we will be looking at the Marvel Legends series, What If, from the Disney Plus show, What If, the Hydra Stomper. Thank you for watching this video, or any of my other videos that you may have run across, which I hope is all of them. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews, or, just help channel out. Or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. And with all that said, let's get into it! To start things off, let's take a look at the packaging. And on the top, we have that Uatu the Watcher symbol that comes on the entire What If wave. On the front, Marvel Legends series. Marvel Studios What If, the Hydra Stomper. Warning, don't stick things in your pie hole that don't belong there. Hasbro print and assortment number. Oh, and Disney Plus, let's not forget that. On this side, nice artwork of the Hydra Stomper. And on this side, nice artwork of the Hydra Stomper. And on the back, nice bigger artwork of the Hydra Stomper. Marvel Legends series, the Hydra Stomper. In the universe you know, Steve Rogers was the first Avenger, Captain America. In this universe, Steve is injured and fights in the Hydra Stomper, an Iron Man armor created by Howard Stark. And then there it is in, I think, French. And some other languages here, so I don't read those languages. So some more small print, fine print, legalese print, Marvel print. Warning, Achtung, don't stick things in your pie hole that don't belong there. Attention, don't stick things in your French pie hole that don't belong there. Hasbro print, and that. On the bottom, whoop, small print, fine print, legalese print, recycled print, made in China print, symbols I'm not going to learn, and a barcode. That, my friends, completes a look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and his accessories. And usually, I'd use handy dandy tweezers, but these accessories are so big, I don't really think I have to. Now, we do have two blast effects, and even though this style of effect is not new, the size of it is. And it may or may not come apart. I don't know. I'm not going to try to pull it apart and tear it up. So there's two of those to go in the jetpack. Then he also comes with two fists, and let's shed some light on the subject, shall we? So he comes with two fists, and they're on in and out hinge. Here's the other one. Nice, what appears to me to be army green, OD green, I guess that's what it's called. Now, there's a plastic tray in the very back that the backpack is in, and it comes in, it looks like it's together, but it's not. It's actually in three pieces. You have each thruster, and they're nice scorched paint on there. And you see how this is, but there's an indent in the hose, but not really a hole. And then here is the handle piece and where the backpacks connect. And as you can see, there's just a little bit of a tab right there. Well, not really a tab, a post. A little bit of a post right there. And how you put this together is where this little indent in the hose is, goes where this little short post is, and it, I mean, it just kind of sits there. And then, you know, this C-clamp looking piece just pops on like that, and it does still have some articulation. That might be why this isn't a full post and hole. And the other side just goes on the same. You get a nice satisfying pop when you get it on there. And then of course it does have holes in the bottom of the jet for the blast effects to port into. So that's neat. Now let's take a look at the figure himself. You know, I can't say a whole lot about paint apps on this one because there really aren't a whole lot of paint apps. There's the eyes, there's this star, there's C-15, and what I'm assuming is supposed to be the arc reactor. It's nice looking right here. That looks like it's a separate piece that's supposed to open up. I don't think that it does. If it did, that would be cool, but I think that's just where the parts are on there because there's no hinge or anything for this to open up. So it doesn't really open up. It just looks like it does because of those pieces. And then maybe a little bit of paint. This is a little bit darker, so it may just be molded in this color rather than paint. I'm not sure. And then we have this, which does appear to be paint, and right at the end of the toes that appear to be paint. And these two parts right here. The belt is kind of a rubbery piece, so as not to hinder the stuff, and it's molded in this color. And then no paint apps on the back, but there is still a lot of molded detail. The rivets, I mean, it's really neat looking. And then of course here is where the backpack pegs on, but before we do that, oh, and he does have this nice little antenna. Let's take a look at his articulation. He can look up that high. He can look down that far. And it looks like the neck is one piece with the torso. I could be wrong. No, it does look like a separate piece. So I was wrong. No chicken neck. He's got some waggle. All that waggle, he should have some chicken neck, but well, yeah, maybe a little bit of chicken neck, but it ain't easy to get. He will do the full Exorcist. Now, even though I do believe the neck is a separate piece, it doesn't move, so it may not be an extra piece. It may just look like, oh, and there's a paint app I missed. So that does it for the head. At the shoulder, this shoulder piece is a soft plastic piece, and it's got a, I guess you could say, a ring on it that goes down into the shoulder, and then the arm pins through it, so it will kind of get out of the way some, and then you can kind of see how that is. But no butterfly. But it will do the full 360-degree rotation. It will go up that far, which is awesome. A single hinged elbow, which gives you that much bend. And I did miss, he does have an upper upper bicep cut for a full 360 rotation. And I would have thought the elbow would be a hinge and swivel, but it is not. It's just a hinge. The grip hand on an in and out hinge and a full 360-degree rotation. At the waist, it's on, I think, a ball joint, so he gets a little bit of hula action going on there. He can bend back a little bit. He really doesn't crunch forward much. He does get a full 360-degree rotation there. At the hips, he will give you that much of the splits. This handle kind of gets in the way, but he kicks forward only about that far. And back about the same, I would say. There is a cut here at the upper thigh, and it does give full 360-degree rotation. Single hinged knee, it appears. No, it might be double hinged, but there's no action on the lower part, so I think it's just a single hinge there, and it gives you about 90 degrees. It might not be exact 90 degrees, but it's close. At the ankle, this piece is a separate piece, it feels like, because it does move out a little bit. As you can see, there's a big old pin in there if y'all can see it. I don't know if y'all can see it on the camera. But anyway, ankle tilts down that far, it tilts up that far, and he does have a forward-facing pin for rocker. Nice machine gun. And it looks like stuff will port in, but these won't port into it. These, I say. Pointing to them like y'all can see, but these blast effects won't port in there. And you turn the figure around to its back. Like I said, this is where the jetpack ports in, and it just has a pin on it right here, and you can see this is cut out for it, and you can just kind of bend those back a little bit, and it ports right in there, and it fits good, and it's nice and tight, and it doesn't want to come off, even though it is a bit heavy, but that's okay, because this whole thing is a bit heavy. And then, as I showed before, the blast effects just port right into the holes on the jetpack, and so that, my friends, is pretty cool. And that does it for a look at the figure and his accessories. Now it's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And because this is a pretty big dude, I grabbed some pretty big dudes for comparison. And from McFarlane Toys Spawn line, here is the Bloody Variant Violator, the GameStop exclusive, and how they compare up. I could see Hydra Stomper fighting Violator as he was, I don't know, brought to our world by science and black magic, by the Red Skull. Oh, shoot. Well, there went a whole lot of stuff. That's not good. And let's continue, even though I've made a big old mess. Here we have from McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse line, the Clayface Megafig. And as you can see, Hydra Stomper is just a little bit taller than he is. And let's look at some Marvel Legends comparisons. Here we have the Ursa Major Build-A-Figure. Here we have the Ironmonger Build-A-Figure. Here we have the Shield Mandroid Build-A-Figure. Here is the Avengers Age of Ultron Hulkbuster Build-A-Figure. As you can see, Hulkbuster, if you don't count Hydra Stomper's antenna, Hulkbuster is just slightly taller. Now, I don't have the whole what if wave, but I will show some comparisons of the ones that I do have. And here he is, of course, with Captain Carter. And here he is with Doctor Strange Supreme. Zombie Captain America. Civil War Captain America. And the Winter Soldier's stealth suit Captain America. Now, making his cameo appearance, here we have Stan the Man Lee. How does he compare up with other lines? Let's take a look. From Star Wars The Black Series, the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper. From the G.I. Joe Classified series, here we have the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander. And for just a 7-inch scale, McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse, the Joker, the Clown from the Three Jokers storyline. That, my friends, completes our comparisons. For final thoughts on the Marvel Legends series Disney Plus show What If Hydra Stomper, this is a big figure. Are there bigger figures in this scale? Yes, but not many. And he is pretty solid to boot. It has a nice heft to it. It's not a lot of just empty space, or it doesn't. At least it doesn't feel like there's a lot of empty on the inside of it. I had originally passed on this figure and found it on sale, and I got Hydra Stomper and Captain Carter for about the price of, a little less than the price of the Hydra Stomper by itself. So otherwise I probably would have just passed on this one, and that would have been a shame because it's a really nice figure. Well, that does it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews or just help the channel out further, or both. That's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.